Hello, and welcome to the first video accompanying the CIS230 Visual Basic Programming class. In this video, I'm going to show you how to name your project, how to choose where you want to save it, and then how to use the top level folder that you need to compress into a zip file to submit to Canvas for your homework assignments. So with Visual Studio open, we're going to start by starting a new project. And in this new project, on the left-hand side, we go with Visual Basic. The right-hand side, we can choose Windows Forms application, because that's what we're going to use every time. If you notice in the name field down here, this is what your project is going to be named. So we can name this Test Project. And we'll go ahead and remove the space from there. It'll save, it's an easier to find format. Then the location, right now we have C, Users, My User Profile, Documents, Visual Studio 2013, and Projects. This is where you can choose where you want to save your project at. So this is when you first start your project. You go ahead and load it. So we'll click Browse just to look and see what other options we have. I'm just going to start my Documents, and then Visual Studio 2013, and come back into the Projects folder. And we're just going to save our new project just inside this Projects folder. So go ahead and select the folder. If you notice, it didn't change because we're using the same one. So from here, we'll go ahead and click OK to start our application or start our project. And we've just got a basic form. I'm not going to design anything on it for now, but we will go ahead and save everything. So this is saved. If you notice, we have a test project. That's the name that I named it. And this is the form, and all the code and everything that you've designed for your program will be saved in here. So once we get past this point, we can go and close out of Visual Studio. Everything was saved. And then we'll start up the Windows Explorer or a browser. And we'll go to Documents, Visual Studio 2013, Projects, and we have Test Project, the one that I saved, or the one that I started. Now this folder is the top level folder. So every project you start, if you save it in this same folder, Visual Studio 2013 and Projects, is where your projects will be. So this is your top level folder. From here, you can right click on Test Project and then go to Send to Compressed Zipped Folder. And it'll ask you what you want to name it as. So you can just leave it the default name like I'm going to. So we have Test Project, and this icon shows you it's a zip file. So this is the file you want to submit to Canvas. Whenever you upload an assignment in Canvas and you attach a file, use this one right here. It says Zip Archive. The little picture says it's a zip. Now when you want to use it later, you can open up, just double click on it, Test Project, and it has your folder in here. This is the top level folder that you zipped. And you can extract this, and it asks you where you want to extract it to. I'm going to go ahead and extract this to my desktop, just so we can see where it's located at. So we have my desktop. Hit OK. It's extracted, and you see we now have a new folder on the desktop. In this new folder, Test Project, go ahead and open it up, and this will look the exact same as what you see inside your Test Project folder here. So if you want to work on it again, you just double click on this test project file here. If you notice, it has a little infinity symbol. This test project, if you see an extension on there, you can use that says for Studio Solution, it'll be a .sln extension. Just double click on that. That'll start Visual Studio, and that will bring you back to your project. Now if you notice, it doesn't load your form by default. If you double click on the form1.vb or whatever your form is named, here's your form. And if you need to get back to your code you're working on, go to View and then Code. And that will take you to the code for that form.